ancient Roman poet. He was born in Verona in 84 before Christ, and he died in Rome in 54 before Christ. He lived in Rome for a short period, where he hoped to make a fortune. While in Rome, he wrote a lot of his poems that he dedicated to his beloved Lesbia. He often came to Sirmio, a city near Verona, to spend some time in his father's villa. The villa is located along the coast of Lake Garda, in the last part of Sirmio's peninsula. Catullo's poems were often inspired by the Greek poetess Sappho, who lived in the 6th century. Catullo introduced a new type of metrics in poetry, called Sapphic stanza. Catullo loved Sirmio. Sirmio is for Catullo a peaceful place where he is the only master. He described the land as a woman, probably thinking of his Lesbia. The poetry that he wrote is entirely dedicated to this beautiful land.
Dante was a major poet of the late Middle Ages. He was born in Florence in 1265 and is called the father of the Italian language because of the Divina Commedia, that is considered a masterpiece of world literature. He came 2 times to Verona. The first one was in 1303 as a guest of Bartolomeo della Scala. The second one was from 1312 to 1318 as a guest of Can Grande della Scala. He finally moved to Ravenna, where he died in 1321. In the Divina Commedia, he wrote about the fight between the most important Verona's family of the time, that were the Montague and the Capulets. These were also the family Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. In fact, we can read:
Vieni a veder Montecchi e Cappelletti, Monaldi e Filippeschi, uom senza cura, color già tristi, e questi con sospetti.
Francesco Petrarca was an Italian poet during Renaissance. He was born in the Tuscan city of Arezzo in 1304 and died near Padua in 1374. He was also one of the earliest humanists. In fact, he is called the father of humanism, a cultural and intellectual movement that emphasized the study of literature and art in classic Greece and Rome. Why is he so important? Because during the 16th century, Pietro Bembo created the model of Italian language based on Petrarca's works. In 1345, escaping from Parma, he came to Verona and he made friends with Guglielmo da Pastrengo and he stayed here.
Pisanello was one of the most important painters of the early Italian Renaissance. He is known for his elegant portraits and brilliant drawings. He was born in Pisa in 1380, but he spent his early life in Verona, where he took Veronese style of painting. He died in Naples in 1455. One of his notable works in Verona is San Giorgio and the Princess, that is a fresco located in Sant'Anastasia's church. The fresco is divided into 2 parts. On the right one there is Saint George while he is leaving the princess. On the left one there's a dragon in the sea. Nowadays the right part is in a good condition, the last part is nearly lost. Like in the famous legend, the surviving part shows San Giorgio and his horse before sailing to kill the dragon and saving the princess Trevisan. The fresco belonged to international Gothic style, for the grotesque elements.
Andrea Mantegna is one of the most famous North Italian painters of the 15th century. A master of perspective and foreshortening, he made important contributions to the compositional techniques of Renaissance painting. Born in Padua in 1431, Mantegna became the apprentice and adopted son of the painters Francesco Squarcione. He developed a passionate interest in classical antiquity. During his life, he traveled a lot throughout Italy. In 1459, he went to Verona, where he painted the marvelous San Zeno altarpiece. After that, he went to Mantua to become court painter to the ruling Gonzaga family. He died in Mantua in 1506. Paolo Veronese was born in Verona in 1528 and he died in Venice in 1588. He's very important not only in Verona but in the whole world because he made a lot of paintings connected to Christian religion and history. In this painting we can see that Saint George is partly naked and he's looking up towards the sky, where we can see the Virgin Mary and the three theological virtues with Jesus. There's an angel that comes down from the sky. In the left hand he's holding a palm, symbol of martyrdom, and in the right hand a laurel wreath, symbol of glory.
In the 18th century, three opera forms developed. Opera seria, similar to tragedy, opera buffa, lighter and comic, and bel canto that gave primacy to vocal virtuosity. In the 19th century, the most important composers were Rossini, Donizetti, and especially Giuseppe Verdi, who wrote pieces like La Traviata and Aida in a passionate and vigorous style. In the 20th century, the last great Italian composer was Giacomo Puccini, who wrote, among others, Tosca, Madame Butterfly, and Turandot. Every summer from 1913, the Arena of Verona hosts a festival dedicated to opera, which is very famous and appreciated.